Okay, we're good to get started here. This is not going to be a long stream. I just basically have to stay awake for a little bit longer because I just had a protein shake, so I don't want to go to sleep right away. So I had to stay awake for a little bit. So I figured I'll just grind a little bit. But yeah, we cracked the code on ranged Emblem of the Ancients. Figured it out. I think it was this morning or like last night while I was trying to like rework the build, and it is it's fully online now. It's it's pretty much as good as it can be, at least for mines. So we're just gonna chill out and let it go loose here a little bit. I wonder if we'll find that Aether Wood tonight. I feel like it's long overdue. Oh, there's a nice perfect run right there and 0 damage. Pretty nice. Oh, the double crit for the 2-shot. Love to see that. Oh, no 0 damage run this time. Hulk arm are just too long. A long reach. I'll take a river pine. What's up, Whitestone? They really do need a ranged AoE option for lower levels. I feel like ranged in general needs a rework in, like, just to be able to deal AoE. But yeah, especially at lower levels. I feel like the fact that one of the only viable options for ranged AoE is Tinted Tempest at Mythic tier, and that there's only 5 of them in circulation. Like, this item feels so essential to ranged gameplay, it's like, it feels criminal that it's locked behind Mythic. There really does need to be more options for range. At least range is an option again, but meta is 100% melee. Yeah, 100%. I'm just pretty excited to have been able to find a way to use range at like a comfortable pace. Like I can get 7-minute and like sub 7-minute pretty reliably now. Which I was really struggling with over the past few days. I just couldn't find a way to make it work. But this is pretty comfy. But like, if you want to go meta, then yeah, you want to get like an axe, because axe is 100% meta, because the damage scaling is a lot better than sword. Although I still need to test it in EOT to see if maybe the breakpoints don't matter as much for axe, and maybe the speed from a sword is a little bit better, I'm not sure. But I think in general, this axe is better right now in the current state of the game. And yeah, it's 100% faster than range, again, because melee just can... They can just do splash damage. And that's just what gives them the clear speed. But if you ever watch me stream this, I'm like 100% with you. I'm always like complaining about range not being allowed to go fast because it's just mostly just single target, so... Like here, for like you waste so much time on the small mobs because you don't have a reliable area of effect to clear them without something like Tempest, or like you can use Bane of Immortals. That was what I was using before Tinted Tempest, and it's an okay option. I think Bane could use a buff. I think the area of effect circle on it is really too small. It got hit with the nerf stick really hard back from when it was a super meta relic that you could use to clear dungeons in like 5 minutes or something. Back when it was totally busted, and I think just cliff nerfed it into the ground. But the game state is totally different now. I think it could stand to see a bit of a resurgence a little bit. And I think also the cap of 6 targets for range is... I know why it's in place, because without it, you would just be able to like one-shot the whole dungeon. But it is like kind of restrictive to range as well. Why were people doubling down on splitting hands, 1 axe and 1 sword? Are the buffs stacking? Not sure what you mean, splitting hands? You mean like just bringing 1 of each weapon? I'm not sure, is that what people are doing? Honestly, this new game style is interesting. All players can find their own way. Yeah, it's gonna get even more spicy when magic gets thrown in. Also, I don't know, I thought I put the We're gonna just lose some time here. Thought this was supposed to be on loop. There we go. But yeah, it's cool because the maps are a lot more dynamic now. So like range is actually more efficient on some maps. Like the new Odin Spire is heavily a range favored map for the most part, which is cool. Well, I mean, at least it's cool as a range player. I don't know how melee players feel about it. Looks like people are splitting. Well, I guess a lot of it is like the axe has a lot more damage scaling on it, right? So if you have a lot of items that give plus to melee damage, there's probably certain breakpoints on mobs that the axe can hit that a sword can't. So like probably against larger enemies, they'll use the axe to take them down in like, you know, 2 swings or something, where the sword might need 3 hits. And then they probably switch to the sword when they want to clear trash mobs. That would be my guess anyways. I've heard that one-handed swords are also very good these days, or like one-handed in general, but I haven't really messed around with it too much. Although I think Warlock's Red Menace would be really cool to have to test it out. But unfortunately there's only one of those. I had a whole unspent EOA charge. It's pretty bad. I guess you can slap River Pine on notable items, even though it's nothing too crazy. Blockchain is blockchain. Hey Diogo, how's it going? Welcome in. Dude, I cracked the code. You know how I was complaining so much last night about how I couldn't get the build to work properly? It's online, man. We are farming with range comfortably. chain dungeons. I feel like there is no perfect meta build as everything seems viable. No one wants to spend the ange to get the perfect build. Well, I mean, I kind of did a little bit. I wouldn't call this a perfect build though. It was very much, I like the playstyle, I like fast range playstyle, so this is what I'm kind of going for. I think my perfect build would include a, 1 second, friggin', there we go. My perfect build, I'd love to have a Nova Omega for the extra 5% attack speed, but this bow is pretty good with the 5% crit chance for when you're not in Emblem of Ancients uptime. The extra crit is kind of nice. But I think Nova Omega is probably my favorite bow. Just because it's raw attack speed. Maybe one day I'll be able to find one. Yeah, great, I'm glad you did it. It's funny because when I was when I found it, I was just looking for basically like, how can I get Harvester back into my build, because I just want to be able to chain farm without consumables. And I was just like putzing around with different breakpoints, and Fancy plus Tome during Emblem of Ancients uptime lets you hit like every perfect breakpoint on every mob in the dungeon. Like here, I'll pop it now, I guess. So like we can one-shot mages, we can one-shot hulks. Let's see if I can find a warrior with full HP. Oh, whoops, energy. There we go. I can't find a warrior, but basically Tinted Tempest. Oh wait, he's gonna have full HP. Dude, he just ran a marathon across the map. What is up with that? Where is he? Here, Tempest. One-shot breakpoint on the warriors. Which is like insane. I've never seen. There's nothing more satisfying than one-shotting a Necro warrior with Tempest. You have like 4 warriors that usually waste all of your time. You can just blast them away with Tempest. It's so nice. Or you can 2-shot them. You 2-shot crystal dudes with the OA uptime. You 2-shot Rogs. It's just the perfect breakpoint mix. The only breakpoint it doesn't hit is when you use Tempest on a Rog. And then you shoot them, they have a sliver of HP left. But if you wanted to hit that breakpoint, if you really wanted to, you could get a Razor Wind Armor to hit the breakpoint, I think. But other than that, this is like you're just chilling. You don't need anything fancy, just standard range potions, and you're just farming. What's your time now? It's usually around 7 minutes on average. That's like taking into consideration all nodes and like weird backtracking and like time waste stuff. But oh yeah, and when you're not in Emblem of Ancients mode, you can just Tempest to clear hulks. So there's that too. It basically it's just like perfect in every way. But it can go as low as I think I've gotten like a 620 with all nodes. And I think the meta for T-maps is usually like a lot of people just skip nodes and they just go for like T-nodes, I think. Which I haven't tried because I'm still leveling skills, but I'm guessing I could probably like comfortably get to 5 minutes if I wanted to with node skips, like 4 to 5 minutes. Another thing too to consider is that like I'm usually wasting a lot of my Emblem of Ancients uptime because I sometimes harvest nodes while it's active. So I'm losing a lot of clear time to that as well. But it's okay because I'm basically just paying the price to level my gathering right now. So I'm okay with going a little bit slower. But yeah, this is like, I don't know, it's pretty great. It's just, Emblem is such an interesting item because it just flips the entire way you put a build together. Because an item like Necrofancy, instead of it reading like you do 20% more damage on crit, it pretty much reads like you just do 20% more damage. And then it's like, if you have items like Tome that have 25% more damage against undead, you're pretty much, I don't think it's double damage for a crit. I'm not actually sure how much it is, but it's like you're taking that massive damage multiplier and then you're just stacking crit on top of it. So it pretty much just like redefines how you put a build together. But I think it's really neat how he balanced it out because like all of the breakpoints still work out like perfectly. So I don't know. I always kind of admired how Cliff does the breakpoints for monsters. It always seems to work out despite there being so many different difficulty levels. With all nodes, I do 10-minute on leggies. It's so slow. Well, are you playing range though? Because if you're playing range in Legendary, like I'm not sure what the meta is like there, but range typically costs a little bit less to play. Although I guess that might not be entirely true now, ever since the armor update. Because when armor breaks, it's like pretty expensive now for range players. But one tip I could recommend if you're playing range is like just try to get away with using radiant armor right now if you can. Like don't buy what is it, Lucent armor? Like it's kind of just a waste of money for the most part. I guess it depends on the map. If it's a ranged mob heavy map, you might need to use the armor, but if you can get away with the cheaper armor, just use that to reduce your cost. Like I'm running T dungeon with epic armor because if you position yourself correctly, you should be able to mitigate most damage. And that helps you save a lot of cost over melee, who has to buy like the more expensive melee pots, and they have to... Well, I guess the armor is cheap right now, but I don't think the cheap melee armor is gonna last. I think once people burn through the existing supply of armor, which no longer drops remains, I think the price of melee armor is gonna go through the roof. Yeah, I should probably pay attention. I'm just like blog posting too much. I didn't even spend my emblem charges this whole run. Almost all range. Oh my god. Okay, I need to actually like not get hit by fireballs, please. It's not like they're difficult to dodge. Okay, well we're going pretty slowly here because we're blog posting, but... also something broke, which is never a nice sound to hear. Me too, when I'm on range. Melee is around 9. Ah, Quiver. Quiver's so expensive. Alright. I'm trying to figure out how people are running 5 to 6 minute legendary maps. Quicker is Brain, slower is Shoreway, intermediate Elduith. I do Odinspire easy, but it's 14 minute. Oh yeah, that's... Dude, Odinspire should be like a 5-minute run for you, ideally, like if you're using a full mythic loadout. I could try running a Luggy dungeon just to like try it out, to be honest. Hey, I could put a build together here really quick. Do you guys want a ranged build or a melee build? We can just try and clear something. On like which map would you want to try out? Because maybe it can give you a sense of like what items you might want to look for in your build. I don't know anything about legendary meta, so you guys would have to let me know like which one to look at. I consider all nodes important because of the monsters. 30 minutes ago, got 2 luminal extract on the same map because of the nodes. Yeah, that's true. Luminal extracts I think are a really well designed item because it means if you're clearing like virtually every node, you can generate more extracts, which like higher level players, because they're just speed running through the dungeons and skipping all the lower nodes, they don't get as many luminal extracts. So it's really good if you can get those. Only running Elder. I can give Elder with a shot. So what have we got here? Gloom Ghouls, we got the Omni Strides. Pyro Stalkers are a little bit scary. But it looks like nothing too crazy. All of these are like very beefy mobs, so they're kind of annoying for range. Run either. I'll see what I can do. I might end up dying, to be perfectly honest, because it's... Playing in the lower level maps is a very different experience to playing in the higher level ones. Especially because I've become accustomed to like all of these stupidly premium items that are they'd probably make me a bad player, honestly, in lower level. But okay, we'll try this putting together a legendary range build really quick. And we'll see what we can do. And if you guys want, I can try and do it like budget too. Like, I think Dragon Scaler is kind of a staple for range, right? We would go with our range potions, so we'll go with, you know, enhanced and discreet. I don't know what the breakpoints are like in a legendary dungeon. You could go for something like fusion if you want to. Oh wow, this thing is actually pretty expensive these days. What the heck? 191 for fusion? Holy crap. I guess it's because it's got the magic on it. Did everyone buy these up? So I just want to go check really quick. I don't think Spirited Ring of Fusion used to be that much. That's bonkers, man. Is this thing mooning? No, I guess it's always been this much. I don't remember it being this expensive. 200, dude, people are selling Edge of Lost Comrades, the mythic sword, for 200 engine. It's crazy that it's that much. Yesterday got great luck in brain, more than 20 eng, quick runs, lucky night. Nice. You have to be able to focus on the same map over and over to figure out the mechanics. Yeah, it's 100% true. The mechanics and the monster breakpoints. I call them breakpoints, it's just like, what is the efficient damage number to take them out in the fewest number of hits. Dragon Scaler and Longbow should be one shot for most lower mobs. Do you guys do you have blockchain longbows? Because I feel like I could run with a more budget one. I've still got all these bows like sitting around from Stampede, back when these were like dropping like candy. It's kind of crazy to look back at them. Like, I feel like having a Starstruck is almost like too much of a luxury, because like if you guys don't have this extra 10% increased damage, it's not really like accessible to get. Oh, actually, I kind of liked short bows. I think Calamity of the Crows is one of the best bows in the game, to be honest with you, because as soon as you get to Mythic, there's no more short bows anymore. I'm kind of a huge fan of Calamity, or like any short bow, to be honest. Just for getting rid of the low tier mobs. But actually, the one problem with short bow is if you get that one event where all those mobs spawn and you get locked into the arena, you get completely screwed if you're running two bows, which I think is another big design flaw. Where it's like, that event just screws you over if you're playing double bow range. Short bows are good, but it's 2 shots for all mobs. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I'm guessing, like, this is a super luxury, I take it, for you guys, like no Harvester. I can try running without Harvester. This is my child, so I'm so reliant on this thing. What about, like... Do you guys run, like, pumpkin or egg, maybe? I don't know. I feel like egg is, like, pretty attainable. Like, 80 eng, it's, like, pretty... That's not too much, they won't break the bank. If you find some good Aetherwood drops, you could probably pick up an egg for pretty cheap. What else do we want here? Fancy is dirt cheap. If you guys don't have a fancy, get yourself a fancy. Because the thing is pretty nuts. But yeah, I don't know. What else could we do? The Spyglass went to the moon. I would love to run a Spyglass in the build. This thing is like 200 eng now though, or something, I think. I don't think this market price is accurate. This thing absolutely took off. Yeah, you need melee weapon. Yeah, we should pick one. I don't know. I don't want to like spend too long here. I wonder if you could get away with a virtual. How much does this do? 543. I'd probably bring a sword. What is it? We can go with like a Crusader, I guess. This one's pretty cheap, right? 50 eng? Like one of the cheaper ones. And then we should get a blockchain longbow, I guess. Death's Sigh, 10% chance to do decay. Okay, whatever. That one seems cheap, I think. 61. So these are all budget. Do you guys have Pekka? Pika? You guys use this? Or is this, would you guys consider this too expensive? If you find like 1 or 2 Warden's chests, you could pick this up. There's still people selling it on the Emporium for like 300k. I feel like this would be kind of a staple for Legendary, to be honest. Just for clear speed. As a range player. I can see if we can get away with living with Radiant Armor. Because, I don't know, maybe I'll eat my words. Maybe like you take too much damage in lower tiers. Maybe we'll die with this. Raven Ring is actually pretty decent. We need sustained Screamies. Screamies is fantastic, I think. I don't know, this is a really nice sustained item on a budget. Like 27 eng, this thing is like free. You get a whole bunch of like energy and life. What else could we put together here? I don't think there's any undead monsters. I think Scalar should be enough for our damage output for the most part. I don't know if we need anything else. Like super fancy or anything. We could bring like a Northern Nectar maybe. But I don't know. This relic is okay. It's not the best. You run Photonic. Photonic is fantastic. It's a really, really good item. Zigzag. Fancy. Oh, Frosty Delight. That's a good call. I forgot about Frosty Delight. Oh, yeah, this thing is friggin' insane. Gets so much energy from Frosty. You go with Lucent. Zigzag Zeal. How much does that give you? Randomly restore 1 to 2k energy 3 use, so like 6k max. And I would probably go with the pumpkin if you guys could get it. Pumpkin is like, if you do invest in a pumpkin, you can use pumpkin in T-maps, and it's like, this is still a really, really good item for Transcendent. When you get there, like it's a very good investment if you get. It's really cheap right now too, to be honest. I feel like a lot of people dumped their pumpkins for some reason, but this is like a really, really good item. Like next to friggin' Legion's Fall, which is just a whale item, pumpkin is like it's like best in slot for energy sustain. And if you get good at mitigating damage, as a ranged player, you can just like use this exclusively for energy sustain. But I think Frosty Delight is a really good pick otherwise. We can try Screamies. I don't know if this egg is going to be enough. I think a Photonic would be awesome to have. I don't actually have a Photonic Incubator. I think it's a friggin' amazing item though. It's so good. Oh, Lucky Bracer. That's interesting. I think Lucky Bracer is a really cool item. I don't know like how good it actually is. But it's neat. Like I like it. It's a good concept item. I don't know if I would run it though. So I guess we can... I don't know what tools I would even need for this. I guess we'd get some like... something like this. My scavenging is too low to even use legendary pick or sickle. Frosty, Golden Egg, Zigzag, Necrofancy. You use Terratum? Let me check the enemies. If there's undead, I'll bring one, because it's like one of the best items in the game. But for Elduith, there aren't any undead, it looks like. Unless, wait, oh, Lungul is undead melee. I don't. This looks like a trash mob, though. I don't know if I would need a tome to like deal with that. Oh yeah, I need to make sure that... Do I have like more virtuals than these two? I don't think so. Feeble Bloodstone is really good too. I think. But we can try it like this. I'm gonna need a quiver. This should be fun. I'm just doing this completely blind. I should probably bring some like fish or something. I don't think I'll bring my lantern with me. I don't want to stake it on a run where I'm completely going in blind. But yeah, we can just like load up on some fish here. I'll just bring a couple of those and maybe like some Chimera, just in case like this sustain is not enough. Probably do like this. I set my hotkey on C there for that one. Okay, cool. I think this is everything we need. Just call this legendary random dungeons. There we go, cool. Alright, let's give this a shot. We'll see how it goes. Let me put my bow in main slot there. Alright. Basically 4 to 5k. Alright. This is... I've never played this map before, we'll see how this goes. I don't even know how much damage I'm going to be able to mitigate. Maybe all the mobs will like run up in my face and kill me or something. Alright, let's see what our damage is like. Oh my god, dude, Decay is busted. What the heck? It slows them? Yeah, okay, Decay is absolutely unhinged. Oh, that sucks, dude. We're missing the breakpoint. No, we're missing a damage breakpoint already, so we need more damage in the build. Just straight up. Oh, you know what? No, I'm stupid. I forgot to pop my potions. We're good. I was like, I feel like the damage is a little bit low. Okay, so we're one-shotting trash. That's good. Okay, one-shotting spires is good, and there's a Shadow Blade. I don't know what this guy does. Watch out for the Pyro Stalkers, because they'll completely ruin your day. I guess the big thing, though, is trying to, like, go fast, right? And you guys say you were doing all nodes. I can simulate doing all nodes as well. Like, just... like, literally all nodes. Like, you guys mine coal and stuff, too. I think, honestly, at lower levels, like, this is good. Like, coal is fantastic. Getting 200 a pop. This is like as good as getting cordium ore. It's worth more than free nodenium ore. So like if you need gold, coal is fantastic. I guess it just depends what you are prioritizing. Oh my god, dude, please. Iris stalkers are so sketchy. Golden grind. I would almost never get green trees, honestly, not right now. There's just no reason to. I could see, like, if you need gold for your grind, I would definitely consider hitting those gray nodes. Dude, death size, this is a really good bow. Holy crap, this is, for 61 eng, this is fantastic. This bow is really good. Because, like, even if you're missing a damage breakpoint on some enemies, if you proc your decay, you can just let them die, pretty much. Sometimes you get more coal than on Telmuth. Hold on, let me see here. Want to buy Photonic, but nobody is selling it. At least for 80 eng. Tried 1 hour ago, but we'll try it again. Yeah, Photonic is so good, man. I was looking for budget options and alternatives to Harvester, and Photonic is still pretty much best in slot, I think. Just for self-sustaining. I think the real test of this build, though, is going to be, like, do we run out of energy? Because I'm already getting kind of low here. I don't know if Screamies is going to be able to sustain us. Because we seem to be okay on HP. Like, it's very easy to mitigate damage here. We can grab green mining as well. I kind of missed one back there, but... Assuming we're grabbing all nodes. I don't know, I would, honestly though, I would probably skip green, even if I was doing all nodes. I think blues are cool because you can get gold dust out of these. I think that's a sick one to hit. Purple, it's just good. I literally just want the purple tree for my own XP. So I'll gladly take that one. Okay, we found the exit. So what I usually like to do, my strat for dungeons, is when I find the exit, I'll immediately go and just start clearing the opposite side of the map. So that there's less chance of running into a weird dead end or a loop that's gonna make me have to backtrack more. So we'll go do that over here. But yeah, I don't, like... I'm a little bit scared to, like, try and do melee. Especially with the leather armor. Like, I'm gonna get slapped, right? Because I don't have the right armor on. Let's pop a Frosty here. But I feel like... maybe you have to go hybrid build at these lower levels since you don't really have access to any sort of AoE outside of like bringing bombs or something, which no one brings bombs. It's just not something anyone does. I had suggested on the Discord that like maybe they come up with bomb bags or something so that you could reasonably bring bombs reliably into dungeons without having to like bring them in and throw them one by one out of your inventory because it's just so clunky. Which I think that would be super cool and a nice way for range to be able to kind of keep up with melee. But I don't know if people really liked the idea that much. I think Ganyu is saying like it would break the game or something. People would like try and clear transcendent dungeons with bombs and it would just like ruin everything. I don't know. I don't see it being that bad. Wait, I'm node skipping. I skipped the gray back there. Let me go back and get it. Leveling skills and getting the luminal. Sometimes you get the BC from the tree monster. Yeah. Yeah, no, the node monsters are really good when they show up. And from what I hear, a lot of them spawn in like gray nodes and stuff. So it's definitely good. Dude, you know what my first gut instinct was when I saw this Omnistride? I wanted to push R to use Tinted Tempest on it. I don't have all my fancy toys here. I can't use it. Man, how do you go fast here, though? You know what I think might be a worthwhile investment? If you're playing ranged exclusive, you'd have to figure out if this is worth it from a gold perspective, but Bullseye Brew is a really nice potion that you could add into your mix for the extra 10% increase attack speed. Could be one to consider picking up. it might not sound like a lot, like, oh, it's only 10% attack speed, but when you're using your bow for your main damage output, the main thing that's costing you time is how fast you're limited by like your attacks. So 10% increased attack speed can help you go quite a bit faster. We could actually even do some like time trials to see how much time it saves. I'm just gonna get a quick feel for the dungeon as a baseline here, and then we can like start doing some optimizations. Oh, dude. You know what I just realized? I need this right now. I'm leveling my engineering. I need luminous hides, like, very badly, and they are expensive as hell. They're like 800 each. I'm actually... Maybe I should run some legendary dungeons. I don't know. There's some good stuff in here, man. I'm serious. Yeah, like, damage mitigation here is super easy. There's no mobs that are, like, a big threat to you. So, like, I don't even know if we need the Screamies, to be honest. I don't even know if we don't even need the Evenbrook Egg. We have got some room to... I didn't spend any of my Pico charges because I'm blog posting. Yeah, we can definitely optimize this and go quite a bit faster, I think. Of course, I'm skipping nodes again because I'm supposed to be getting these... I honestly, though, I would not waste my time on the greens, to be perfectly honest. I just wouldn't do it. They're just not worth the time. Gray, I would go for coal. I think it's worth. But for me, personally, I like to prioritize, like, gold gain, usually. Here, we can pop one Pico charge. And Pico is going to save you a huge amount of time, because you're just going to be able to kill stuff faster. I have 2 unspent charges, so... But yeah, we're chilling, man. We didn't even need to pop any Screamies. Although if we want to self-sustain for chain dungeons, let's see if we're gonna be okay here. So like... Oh no, I forgot. This has a massive cooldown. So I would have had to have been popping these all dungeon, but let's just see what our energy looks like at the end here. So we can figure out what we're doing. Very curious to see what we end up with. Yeah, you would have to be using these the whole time. Let me just read chat while we're eating these to see what the final energy is like. Skip greens and gray trees. It's so hard to pass up the node bosses, though. I don't know. Do you really... Because I don't usually gather them that much. Do you see, like, a huge number of those bosses show up? Like, we're not in any rush here. But we know that the clear time here is like roughly based on the potions that was around 7 to 8 minutes. So like, you have to keep in mind that's gonna save you a huge amount of time, right? Because like, if you were to literally get every single one of these nodes, every one of these nodes takes you 3 seconds to harvest it. Here, I'm just curious if we were to go through. I'm curious if we could find a node boss. You use one-handed sword for the boss? Is it like insane DPS? That's interesting. Maybe I should, because we didn't even need our sword for this run, so maybe I will, maybe we'll try picking up a short sword. Let's just check these. I'm curious if we can get a node boss to spawn. Silver ore. You guys want to know speculation? I think silver ore could be worth a lot in the next update. I don't know, it's a magic update, right? And I know in the past Cliff has done things where like certain items are like shoehorned into other professions and stuff. I think maybe like some engineering items might get moved into like magic or something. I don't know, I just feel like silver could be something that ends up being, could play a role in magic crafting or something. Yeah, these take a lot of time. And it says, I don't know how many runs you guys do a day, but it's like, say you do like 20 to 25 runs a day. If gathering all of these nodes costs you 1 minute per run, then throughout your entire day, you've just lost like 20 to 25 minutes, which you could have spent on going into the next run and getting higher level nodes, you know? It's like, you could be getting more orange legendary nodes instead of harvesting the low level ones. You do 40 to 50 runs a day, then yeah, you really need to consider if it's worth your time, because it's like that's 50 minutes of your day, right? Like you can probably increase your efficiency a bit. Now, here's one thing to note is that we are a little bit low on energy here actually, so we probably need to find a way to get... We need more energy in the build by just like a small amount. And we were like really good on HP, so we can lose the even broke egg. I don't think we need that. So like we get rid of that. Worst case scenario, we could always rely on energy fish, but to farm comfortably, we want to be able to just go in and just keep farming endlessly. This is a really good item, by the way. Mark of the Coven. This solves our energy issue. I know this is a little bit expensive. It's 250k, but like you guys must find Guardian's Chest once in a while, right? Like if you rationalize this item as like a one Guardian's Chest drop or a couple Guardian's Chest drops, you can use this as a budget item for just gold for extra energy. But yeah, like Zigzag is good as well. I don't have a Zigzag, but like if you wanted to go even more budget, you can go Mark of the Coven. I think that covers our energy needs quite handily. And then what else we're gonna try? We can try a Bullseye Brew at some point. It's kind of expensive. It's like 1k or like 1200, but it can help you go faster. Also, I don't know, I don't think we need Necrofancy in this build. I think if I'm going ranged exclusive, I would literally opt for Archer's Amulet. I'd opt for this thing. You guys might think this is a joke of an item, but 5% ranged attack speed is insane. You get to keep that for the entire run. It's always active and it will help you go faster. If you're like just shooting stuff and not using your sword. It's a really good item. So since our breakpoints seem like they're already good, I might even opt for this. This is super cheap. You just like buy it for 200 gold. It's like free. And then you were saying short sword, so like we could just go like what, a Stormblade. This is 20 eng. It's like free. This is sick. It has a chance to cause shock. Awesome. How is this 20 eng? Stormblade looks amazing, doesn't it? Hey, look at this thing. This is such a cool sword. How is this 20 eng? I'd buy this thing just because of how cool it looks. That's the sword I use. This sword is friggin' awesome, man. How is it 20 eng? I always get more BC on Leggy than on M. Okay, I think this is like the final build for the most part. So I'm just looking through to see if there's any other good options. Tome of Tranquility. I'm just wondering, like, you could use this to like chain pull, but that would be for a melee build. Which we can try running a melee build after too. By the way, if you want to budget, what do you call it? Feeble Bloodstone, Raven's Ring is pretty decent. And it's like costs nothing. It's kind of a decent pick. Okay, I think this is the build. Let's give this another try here. Let me grab some potions. So I'm just gonna run it the way I normally would. Like I'm not gonna do all nodes. I'm gonna do like the nodes that I would think are worthwhile, which would be like blue mining and up, and blue trees and up. That would be how I would run it. Let me make sure nothing's gonna... Oh wait, I'm actually risking something here. Oh, this is bad because I've got... I've got 3 virtuals, so one of them is not protected. Do I have a different option for energy? I must. So I have like bush berries, right? Yeah, this should be fine for us, I think. This is an extra 1100 energy. That's should be fine. We can just do bush berries. Easy. Do it like that. Okay, I think we should be good there. Actually, I've never tried these. Conjures a beam, dealing 1000 damage over 3 seconds. seems useless, but anyways. Alright, I think that's the build. And if we want to practice going faster, maybe bird... Okay, if you guys don't have a bird beak, I'm just gonna say this straight up, go buy one for 5 Eng right now. I think this is one of the most slept on items. They're like 15% move speed increase. I don't understand how this is under 5 engine. This thing is like really, really good. Just go buy one of these if you have some extra Eng. Because like if you think about Echoes of Time, I don't know if you guys are running Echoes of Time yet, but that's like one of the best items you can possibly get. It really boggles my mind how no one is, like, why everyone is selling that. But you have a few of them, that's good. I think it's a great item. We might even start using it here for this. Alright, so we're just gonna use our potions and we'll just get started. So nice 2 shots on those guys. Nice, we have a nice 2-shot breakpoint on everything, so nothing too crazy there. We got the big dudes. And let me try out this Stormblade too here real quick. Oh, holy crap, it does a lot of damage actually. Oh, it's fast. Holy shit. Yo, one-handed is OP. Oh my god, please, dude. Okay, watch out for the Pyro Stalkers. I should have brought in a anti-fire potion in case I get sniped by one of those guys, to be honest. Okay, so we're just going along here. I think a Bullseye Brew would really help clear time, but we'll see what kind of time we get. I'm gonna pop first Pico here just so we can get moving. So just like keep moving while you're shooting. Try and get as much as you can out of the uptime. I don't know if this was necessarily a good time to use Pico, but I'll just pop it anyways. This helps you spend a little bit less time on trash mobs. But yeah, there's no reason you can't mitigate all damage by just maneuvering, right? So if you, let's just say theoretically we want the gold from coal, I would pick this up. So nice, we got a coal hit there for 200. I would pick up the blue node. You get gold dust chance for like 800 gold, is pretty nice. Get a Meridium. Melee is crazy fun. I think if you want to go fast, yeah, it seems like melee is just... Especially at the like legendary tier, you probably want to go melee. Because like you can't really do anything to go fast as range, unfortunately. There's just no options. Ooh, nice, we got 2 legendary trees. And we were taking... What I just did there, by the way, was I noticed that this wasn't a dead end. At this area, and so my kind of rule is after I go around a corner and I check out that part of the map, if it's not a dead end, I always go back and check the other route from the entrance as early as possible, because it reduces the amount of backtracking you have to do. I missed a gray node there, just because I'm used to skipping them, but maybe we can just add on like 3 seconds to the final time. But yeah, we'll just keep going here. I should be popping Screamies as well. I need to be remembering to do that, because if we want... We just want it for the energy, pretty much, and nothing else. So we should just be like eating Screamies whenever we can. I wonder if I can just like melee these guys. Dude, this does a lot of damage. Holy crap, man. Screamies. Basically just want to eat all the screamies as soon as possible. We got a lot of nice nodes up here to grab. Grind chest. Sometimes surrounded of them with that sword and the shock is very quick, you just say, I see dead people all around you. Yeah, I would imagine. It's a really good sword. I'm still kind of surprised it's only 20 inch. Like a new player could just come into the game right now and like find a few blockchain drops, and if they get that sword, they're online, dude. They're farming. I guess there's quite a bit of content you do kind of have to clear initially to get to legendary. I guess I do kind of take that for granted, but I'm sure they could come online pretty fast to get into legendary. Alright, so we got another coal hit. We're actually getting very lucky with the coal out of the gray nodes. I can just pop a frosty here. Aetherwood? That's not an Aetherwood. That's some poop logs. Oh yeah, one other thing you can do too if you've leveled up woodcutting is just eat the fruit that you find on the trees, from the blue trees. Like you can eat the coconuts and the peaches. Like we can even probably get rid of the bush berries if we want to, if we just want to not just like eat those consumables. Like this is 250 energy right here, so it's one thing you can do. Okay, so we still have an unspent charge. I don't know where the exit actually is. Honestly, like I feel like running a spyglass is almost like a little bit too pricey, but my god, if you guys can get a spyglass, you really should. I think it's only going to keep going up in price. I was able to get mine for around 50 eng. The people were selling it before for like 30 eng a pop or something. Back when that Aetherwood event was taking place, I actually dumped some of my Aetherwood for like 20, back when it was selling for 40. But I dumped it because I wanted to get the spyglass so badly. So I lost value on my Aetherwood, but I gained value on the spyglass. Because I was just trying to buy it with like in-game eng versus like a paid eng. I don't know why. I have a very weird mindset when it comes to eng. I like to try to buy stuff in-game with like whatever I can just find in-game myself. It's weird, but like clearly my end-game build is like not, that doesn't apply to that at all. But I think it's cool to see what kind of builds you can come up with just like stuff you would normally be able to get in-game just by grinding. Wait, what the hell? This guy's camping this. What the heck? Bro. Okay, I gotta leash him, I think. He's just gonna like stand in the way. We're wasting so much time on this. Is he gone? Okay, yeah, he's going back. Okay, let's try meleeing this guy. Real frosty. This guy, you just like. Okay, so he. Oh, he's got triple. Am I dead? Did I die? Okay, he's got a really wide reach. Holy crap! I think I'm just gonna Pico this guy, to be honest. I've never fought this guy before. That attack has such a wide reach. I'm gonna get hit. I did. Oh my god, please. I'm gonna die to this guy. Alright, so this was a little bit less than graceful. That's okay. There we go. That was kind of slow still. I was kind of wasting some time. Our HP is not full. Let's see how bushberries do. We could like eat one coconut too or something. There we go. Okay, full HP, full energy, we're ready for next run. 8:41. If we did all nodes, yeah, it would probably be closer to 10 minutes. I think Zigzag will go higher, so today I bought another one just for 30. Like collecting items now to make money later. Yeah, Zigzag seems like it's pretty decent for an energy solution. Almost died on first Odinspire after 2 years. Yeah, well, Odinspire is a tough map if you're using legendary gear. Like the ranged mobs will do a lot of damage to you. Oh, Grim Divider. Isn't that the axe? Plus 15% damage? Holy crap. This thing is broken. It's a one-handed? That looks like a pretty good weapon, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, you did that a lot faster than I can on Leggy. Well, the thing is, like, if you're getting all nodes, you really have to take that into consideration, because that would add easily, like, 1 to 2 minutes on to the time, right? So it's just something to consider. That, like, your node strategy can play a role as well. I'm just wondering, like, what else we could do to go even faster. We had an unspent Pico charge that run, I think. What else could we do to, like, just make it go fast? Like, Spyglass would help you go fast. Because Spyglass lets you, like, identify where the exit is, and it also just lets you move faster. But it's kind of a whale item. Like 100 eng is kind of expensive, and I don't even think you can get one for 100 eng anymore. I think people are selling them for like 200. Maybe that's the new game plan. Well, just like consider it. Like, I have a nerd spreadsheet, for example, right? Like I track when I get good drops or whatever. Like, just see how often you're getting luminal extract from all nodes, and then like do some runs where you node skip and like see if it makes a difference or not. 5 hours ago for 150. Yeah, like this thing is just gonna be 150 for the rest of time. Like no one is gonna let this thing go for less than that. Like 135, 150. It's super worth it though if you can get this, because eventually when you guys get to Echoes of Time, and you need to like clear the map as fast as you can, being able to know where the exit is lets you just route your path so efficiently that you save a crap ton of time that way. It's like a really good investment, I think, if you can pick this up. But I understand it's pretty expensive, like 150. Like Harvester is like 300 or something, right? Yeah. Oh my god, Harvester is one sold for 430. It's a lot. It's around 400, but I don't know. I think Spyglass is... It's not quite at Harvester level yet. I don't know. If you are able, if it's within your means to pick up a Spyglass, and you can get one for like 130 or something, I think it's worth it. Although it looks like it's pretty high in demand right now. Anyway, we can keep trying to like push it faster. I don't know if there's like any other maps you guys wanted to see, or maybe if we like give Melee a try. I kind of suck at Melee though. I'm not that good at it. What else is cool that we could bring to go fast? Like we could actually bring Birdbeak, now that I think about it. I might actually do that. Like, our energy was pretty good. I might drop the Archer's Amulet for the Birdbeak, actually. The cool thing Bring health? Oh, for a melee build? Yeah, I would. I kind of want to try and push the time lower on range, though. One of the cool things with combining move speed with attack speed, with like Pico, for example, is it lets you cover more ground. So while you have uptime on your Pico with the double range attack speed, you're able to move faster so you can engage more mobs while you have your uptime on Pico. So it's really good to try and combine movement speed with attack speed if you're going to be using them. Let's see. And I mean, you can consider Bullseye Brew. It's like twice as much as a range potion. It might not really be worth it, to be honest, but I want to try one more run to see if we can go a bit faster. We'll use this build here. We'll try it one more time. I want to see if we can just get a 7-minute. Because I was kind of blog posting during that last run. And we messed around. The drawn door was like glitched in the bushes or whatever as well, so we lost some time to that too. Okay, that's really, really, really bad. I might actually just have to like leave the dungeon because we just lost so much HP. Although actually I have some food with me. We brought some fish, so... But yeah, you shouldn't let that happen. You should pay more attention to the pyro stalkers. I usually just run high risk, high reward. We have screamies that we are using almost exclusively for energy, so if we just eat screamies the whole time, maybe we can undo that mistake. And also if we get lucky with some food from the trees. Oh, there's a dude. Abelthorn. So even if you do node skip, you'll still get these guys sometimes. It's not like you're gonna never see them again, right? Like I see these guys quite commonly, even with node skipping. If you think about it, for the most part, it's like, as long as you're just consistently clearing and gathering nodes quickly, like it doesn't really matter which nodes you're taking, so long as you're just hitting nodes quickly, right? So it's okay to skip some nodes to get into the next dungeon a bit faster and just spend your time hitting more lucrative nodes instead of spending your time hitting not valuable nodes that don't give you a lot of gold, right? That's my mindset towards it, at least. Like any time I spend on hitting green nodes is time I could... There's another one, see? It's just kind of RNG. But any time I spend hitting green nodes, I feel like it's time I could have spent, like, pursuing an orange node. You could have been progressing towards that next orange node that could have your Aetherwood in it. And, like, if you spend an entirety of, like, 50 runs chopping green trees, all of that time could have been spent exploring more dungeons to find more orange trees. To get the Aetherwood that actually matters, that actually gives you the eng that you need to buy good items, right? That's my... Oh, there's our gold dust. That's why hitting blues is nice, because 800 gold is not bad. Boblo runs Moonlit, Screamies, Netherband, Ring of Wretched, Necrofancy, Big Bird. If you're going melee, I keep looking at his build. It sounds like a pretty good build, yeah. Netherband is a fantastic melee item. Very, very good. It's literally like best in slot. There's people that, like, if you look at Shinrai's build, Shinrai runs Netherband. All of the top Transcendent players run Netherband. It's a very solid investment if you want to pick that one up. Because like you'll be using Netherband in every single dungeon you ever run. So it's very cheap right now too. I would just pick it up if you can, if you don't have one already. Bear is, yeah, I don't know, would definitely keep your eye on that one because like it's so cheap right now, I think, isn't it? Or maybe it's more expensive. I'll have to check after. I'm trying to kind of move faster a little bit. So here we'll pop a Pico, and then we'll also pop a Bird Beak so we can move fast. And so now we're moving faster, we're attacking faster. We're just kiting and shooting stuff. Do a little bit of roll action. We're gonna lose some uptime here. Ideally, you want to avoid harvesting while your Pico is active, because you're just gonna be wasting uptime. Just want to keep moving and shooting as much as you can until it wears off. And it wore off, I think. Our Bird Beak is still active though, so we can keep moving around a little bit faster. Okay, so we found our exit. This is good. Orange tree. Nothing crazy there. Watch out for the Pyro Stalker. But yeah, again, I'll just stress as well, we're doing all of this with Radiant Armor, right? Like, you can see, like, we can mitigate all the damage from this dungeon. Like, you don't need to be buying that overpriced Luminous Armor. Like, that thing costs like 10k when it breaks. That's all your gold. Like, if you have 10 of those break on you, that's 100k out of your bank. Whereas Radiant Armor breaks, you only lose 1k. So I would consider that for cost reduction in your runs as well. And just like practice mitigating just by dodging stuff. Because that's the whole advantage of range, is you can mitigate all damage just by, you know, dodging stuff. We're gonna Beak and Pico again. Boss is active. We got 2 epics that we want to grab here, but before we grab those, we're gonna go ahead and just kill all this trash with our Pico uptime. Then we'll backtrack and get them after. Right, so this whole area is clear. Just get rid of all the garbage. I guess we can disengage the boss. That's fine. If I was good, I would engage this guy in melee. I'm bad, so I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm even getting smacked in the face now. Anyways, if you practice this guy, I think he looks pretty easy to just avoid. So Pico again, we can Bird Beak when it's active, there we go. Then we just gotta go harvest the nodes that we skipped. Decay is insane on bosses, man. I didn't even know that this could work on bosses. Okay, I think that's everything, so we just wanna grab these now. We're gonna lose some time on backtracking. Cerulean Sapphire. Rothite. We're hoping for Saurium ore, hopefully, on these purples up here. But yeah, to me personally, I would just skip the gray coal. Like, it's good for cash, but it won't give you mining XP. And really, you just want to get your skills up as fast as possible so that you can get to, like, Mythic tier and eventually Transcendent. Because when you get to Transcendent mining, your bank just, like, explodes. Like, you just start making, like, 1400 a pop. And even Mythic, like getting 600 a pop for each Luthrium node is really good. But yeah, anyway, so there's an example clear where we went decently fast. Let me just top off our energy here. I was kind of slacking on the Screamies a little bit. We should be like out already, but I was just slacking on these. And the Screamies, please. And if we really needed to top off, we could eat one of these too. We just eat the coconut or whatever, and there you go, we're topped off. So that's a 751. I think we played that decently, but I think you can push it down lower with a little bit more optimal play. Hey, what's up, Legion? I hope I said that right. Is it Leiji? Good luck with your stream. Keep your morale and smile up. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Are you a Lost Relics player, or...? Skip the grays and greens. Okay, that's what I'm doing now. Sub 8? Sub 8 is okay. I think like if we just run melee, like we can probably make this go very, very fast. Let's try a melee build now. Because I think this game is still very heavily favored towards melee. So we could just go double melee on that map, I think. We can just bring like a budget sword. Like Spectral is 50. Or like, if you can get an axe, like what is it? Why is this axe only 37? This axe has plus 10% increased damage. I don't know. I don't know the breakpoints and stuff. I usually like using swords for the attack speed, but Oath Keeper is really expensive because of attack speed. Oh god. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not gonna run Mark of the True because Mark of the True right now is like almost impossible to get. And it's like very, very expensive, and even though this would be considered a staple item for melee builds, I feel like it's not that easy to access. Actually, I think Warlocks was posting a buy offer for like 200 plus engine for this thing right now. So like if you can get this is again, it's like a staple melee item, but like it's expensive. I don't think we need to run this. I think that Netherband is actually a better investment right now, probably, for the most part. 20% more melee damage. I just want to look at our like final setup here. Like this is extremely budget. By the way, that range build was like, I think that's very easy to put together. Anyways, we'll shelf that one. And let's try and like put together a good melee build. So like Netherband I would consider staple. 20% more melee damage against monsters with 58% more HP. So you're just swinging for a crap ton of HP with your initial swings. It's really good. Actually, I don't know why I put all of that stuff away, because like some of it is still relevant, right? We still want like Screamies. We still need energy sustain. I think this is kind of a sleeper pick, to be honest, but it's kind of a meme. Like Pumpkin Seed Soup for the melee damage increase by 20% is actually like really good for 31k gold. What you do with this is you just round up a big group of mobs and then you slap all of them with the extra melee damage. I mean, I can like, we'll put it here as a consideration, maybe. What else would we want to consider here? I do have a Ring of the Wretched. This is only 100k. Energy consumption by 30. I don't know if you know Lightstone, but like in that one build you were mentioning that runs this, do you know if it like chain farms easily? Does it have energy problems from Ring of the Wretched? Because it kind of sounds like it might. 30% energy is kind of a big investment. So right now, Corinium armor is very cheap. I don't think this is going to last, though. I think at some point or another, this is going to break out and become very, very expensive. But the problem with melee is you can't really afford to like skimp out on armor. You could maybe get away with a Doomerak armor, but even that is kind of expensive. And this is more for like maps that have a lot of undead in them. Sorry, I don't know. That's no problem. I was just curious. I mean, we can test it actually. I can just bring it and we'll see how much energy problems I have with the extra energy consumption. We can just do some science. This is like, I picked this up for 5 engine. I feel like on paper this sounds really good. But maybe in practice it sucks, because I'm looking at it now and it does consume 135 energy. But my concept with this item is like, couldn't you just like round up a huge number of mobs and then just block all the damage from them while you kill them? Like, I don't know, this sounds really good on paper, but I've never tried it. But I thought it was so cheap, I would just buy one anyways. I think we probably need some extra HP as melee, because we will be taking damage, so like a bloodstone would not go amiss, probably. What other like accessible legendaries are there? This is an expensive one. I don't know if I would consider Band of Brutality accessible. Like 2 million gold is a pretty substantial buy. It's a nice one for sure, but I think it's a little bit outside of like the average build. I don't think there's anything else really good in Legendary tier. I have Doomerak, but with bow we spend a lot of energy. I wouldn't probably use Doomerak with range, no, because yeah, the energy consumption is insane on it. Damage reduction by 5%. I feel like hopefully we should be able to just kill stuff really fast to mitigate damage. Offense is the best defense, right? What else would we possibly need here? We could possibly go for the double life leech, but I'm not sure if it's necessary. We could also go for the frosty because we're gonna need a lot of energy sustain. Honestly, the pumpkin seed soup is probably just a little bit of a meme. If we like get rid of that and like go frosty, then we could probably use Ring of the Wretched and use Frosty Delight to help power this thing, because it sounds like you probably need. Let me just check what was the build. It was Moonlit. Oh, Moonlit Valor is a really strong item. How much HP is Moonlit again? Let me check. It's like 80 inch. I mean, that's not too expensive. Okay, I can't do math in my head. 1 second. So it's 100 times 20. So like 2k. And then the 150. Is 3,000 energy. And then you get to use it twice. So it would be 4,000 HP and 6,000 energy. Wow, holy crap. This thing is really good, actually. I think the only thing that sucks about this is that you do have to stand around in the circle for 20 seconds. That kind of, like, that's slow, right? But it does let you bring a lot of HP and energy into the dungeon. Okay, so 4,000 HP. We're not running anywhere near that much. How much does Scream use? 250 times 8. So this is only letting us bring 2,000 energy in. Our Bloodstone is letting us bring in an extra 2,500, so that does bring us up to 4,500. Let's see, Boblo runs the Baked Birdbeak. I think Birdbeak is actually a pretty solid pick. We probably don't need the Raven Ring, hopefully. I think Beak could be good. Beak lets you play a little bit more aggressively. Your stash is awesome. Thank you. A lot of this stash, all of these like spams of items, like I have freaking 18 Ice Wrath Cleavers. A lot of this was from the Stampede event, which was like the alpha event or whatever. And back then, like the blockchain items, like you would literally find blockchain items in chests every single run you did. So it was just absolutely insane. So I've got like, you know, like 14 copies of one bow, like Blade of the Ember Pact, I've got 13 copies of it or whatever. Yeah, there's just a few of them that dropped pretty frequently back then, so they're just kind of hanging out now. But yeah, we'll go Bird Beak. Where is Bird Beak? There it is. Actually, funny story, I found my Bird Beak a long time ago. I found this during like a Halloween event, I think. And I was, back in the day, actually, you know, baked bird beak used to be like a really expensive item. This used to be a best in slot item because this was before mounts existed, and baked bird beak was the only way you could actually get extra movement speed besides potions. So it was one of like, it was a really expensive item, and now these days like no one uses it at all. But I don't know, I think maybe since Echoes of Time came out, maybe we'll see a resurgence as being useful again. But this like used to be one of the most desirable items in the game. So yeah, so we got Netherband. What other pieces were there? Necrophancy. I don't think I would run the Necrophancy. It is more damage technically. For me, I tend to prefer consistency over like bursts of critical damage. And especially in this like lower, like, how do I say it? It's like the mob density is not that high. Like the mobs are kind of very spread out in the map we're doing. We're not going to be like grouping up a large pack, really. So I just don't think I would run the Necrophancy here personally. You could if you want to though. The crits are pretty nice. I'm just thinking what else we can do. Maybe we don't. But actually, I do think we might need Frosty Light because we're not running the Moonlit Valor, right? Moonlit? Let me just look at the price range on Moonlit again. So it's 80. Would I be allowed to bring a pumpkin? It's like almost twice as much though. It's kind of cheating, I feel like. Moonlit does feel like a more budget option that works well. What else can we do here? I think Frosty Delight is more or less our best option. I think. I don't know. We can just run it and see. We can bring some extra consumables and see how it goes. We will use the Cordium armor, although I will say again, like I wouldn't get too comfortable with this armor being cheap. I do think it will go up in price pretty soon. Here, we're gonna stack fish because I'm seriously gonna bring 4 of these, and okay. This is gonna hurt my gold, but like I seriously don't know like what our range is gonna look like, because this Ring of the Wretched is gonna make us lose a crap ton of energy. I honestly don't think we have enough. I really don't think Frosty Delight is gonna be able to power this. Like I almost might just like, I feel like you will need extra fish. I do too. Dude, I'm gonna be real. I don't know if we need Ring of the Wretched though. Like, I don't even think we need this. Like, this is like Mark of the True, but it has like this really horrible drawback associated with it. Like, unless we need this to hit a breakpoint on mobs, like I wouldn't use this. I think Netherband should probably be enough. I think. But we're gonna have to just test it because I'm just not sure. I would rather try running without first. And like see if we need the extra damage and then like add it in if we actually need the extra damage. That would be my approach to it. We could bring in this meme of an item. Actually, you know what though? I'm serious. On this map in particular, like this map is pretty easy. I think like we might actually be able to get away with this on this map, but it's kind of a meme and it's kind of risky, so I don't know. It's a little bit crazy. Very cheap though if you want to pick one up to play around with it. The Amulet of Deathly Hollows. What are we putting in here? Howler's Wrath. Northern Nectar could be okay. It's only for 10 attacks though. Isn't there, I thought, God, there's not really a lot of offensive options, are there? Wait a second, what is this? Scarlet Shatterstorm. Summon a blast dealing 1k damage. It's kind of horrible, but 10% chance to cause decay. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I use Photonic, Feeble, and Tears. Oh, that's right, Tears. Dude, I totally forgot about Tears. Tears is really good. Tears is plus 3k HP. Yeah, maybe we run Tears actually. That's a really good call. I totally forgot that item even existed. I used to really love running Tears too, actually. It's funny because I used to like use the invisibility to like cheese maps back before leashing was a thing. You could like run around and like gather up half the map and like kill as much as you could. And then if you were in a bad situation, you could just pop invisibility to get away. And also back then, you didn't actually have to kill all of the mobs in the map. So like you could actually use this to like skip rooms and just like get to the exit faster if you wanted to. Man, I'm just thinking about all these like old patches of how the game used to be. It's kind of crazy to think about. Anyways, like, cool, we'll go with this. I've been sitting in this inventory screen for like ever. We'll just go try this out. We got two swords here. We're running this. Well, I guess we'll see if this actually works. 10% chance to stun. We'll see if it's good. Alright, let's give it a try. So for melee, what you want to try and do, and like the tricky part about melee is you need to know what your limit is. And the other tricky thing is whoa, okay, that stun lasts forever. That may as well say 10% chance to kill, because that stun is insane. Yeah, that stun is absolutely bonkers. Holy crap. So there's like some tricky things you gotta learn with melee. You need to like learn the attack animations of all the mobs so that you can mitigate damage that way. And I don't know any of these monsters because I don't play against them. So I'm gonna be kind of slow because I'm trying to like dodge too much. But it's all about knowing their attack animations to mitigate damage. And then also it's about grouping up large clusters of mobs to make efficient use of your ability to do splash damage as a melee player. And that's how you go fast. And that's why melee is always faster than ranged, is because melee can do splash damage. So like if you can get nice little clusters like this, so like, you know, 3 to 5 mobs when you're just starting out, it's usually good. One thing you can kind of keep track of, and this is actually true for endgame, like Transcendent dungeons too, is just keep a track of how low your like Bloodstone or your Life Leech item is, because that will kind of teach you like, or it'll give you an indicator of whether or not you need to like slow down with how big your pulls are, because sometimes you might be pulling too many mobs at once and being too greedy. It means you might need to slow down a little bit. But if you're able to, you want to try to pull as many mobs as you can get away with to just AoE them down nice and efficiently. But again, I don't really know my limits here, so I'm just kind of going in blind. But once you kind of learn your limits, you'll be able to know like what you can get away with, basically. And I'm not really even like hitting these guys properly. But you can also kind of bait attacks like I did right there. Like you just walk in a little bit close to them. And then they'll initiate their attack animation, you wait for it to finish, and then you go in and you get your hits in. And you kind of learn like which mobs do the most damage. So that even when you're pulling a big pack of like, I don't know, say you're pulling a pack of like 10 mobs, the only ones you need to pay attention to are the ones that do a lot of damage. And you just kind of time your attack windows around when they're doing their animations. And that lets you kind of mitigate as much damage as possible while still clearing at a fast rate. I don't think I'm clearing too fast here. I'm not even popping my bird beak actually, so we should be using that. Oh, actually, I guess one other thing I didn't ask, but like, are you running a mount right now? Because a mount also saves a lot of time. That was, I kind of take the mount for granted, or the morph rather. I'm guessing you guys have morph. But if you don't, that would be a pretty big time save as well. Oh god, yeah, I just got hit in the face by that guy. But this is what I mean, right? Like this guy, you would like time your attack windows around when this guy is gonna swing, and I messed up there and got hit anyways. But you want to try to like not get hit by that guy, because he does a lot of damage. So we're at like 5 minutes here. Maybe I try out some of this like short sword. Oh, the short sword feels really good actually. They're a little bit low on energy though. Oh, same with these guys too. Like you really don't want to get hit by the Ogums. I'm getting hit by both of them. A lot. Wait, how am I getting hit by that guy? That's crazy. I think he's got the same attack animation or like range as the Frost Golem in Echoes of Time. They have like a really wide reach. But yeah, we're not playing this very well. I need to like learn the attack ranges on the, or the damage windows or whatever on the breakpoints, I should say. Whoops. Well, actually, it's kind of good that we used that. The breakpoints on the melee weapons as well. Because they're actually... the Ring of the Wretched would actually help us a lot here. You'll notice that we're not killing these in 2 hits when we could be. So Ring of the Wretched actually gives us a damage breakpoint, so we might actually want to get that into the build. Because it could help us go a lot faster. But one other thing to note is we're actually very low on energy right now. I don't know if we're going to have enough to finish, so that's another thing we'll have to note here. But yeah, if we had Ring of the Wretched, we would be one-shotting some of these mobs with this short sword, which is crazy. I don't think... Did we... I'm sorry, this is the map glitch. We're going to lose some... Okay, we did. There's nothing there. We skipped the blue node by accident there. I think the boss is just up this way. So I think we're actually like basically on pace for like a 7-minute, maybe? Unless there's another room of mobs here. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like there might be a few rooms. Dude, this short sword is absolutely insane. Oh, there's another dude there. Okay, let's deal with these one at a time, maybe. So, like, get rid of the ads first, because you don't want to be dealing with this friggin' guy that you're trying to focus down the boss. I need to learn how to actually hit this guy. I hate his, like, arm attack. It's so... has such a wide reach. Just kind of like hug his ass basically and like circle strafe him. Yeah, like this, there you go. Yeah, this guy's easy as hell. We just sit here and like slap him in his ass. Spank him. Oh, what the heck? How did that hit me? He wasn't even facing me. Alright, there you go. So that guy's down. In Birdbeak. Finish off the last stuff here. Okay, so like we don't even need Spectral Crusader. This short sword is like insane. If we get Ring of the Wretched in this build, we're gonna be killing everything so fast. It's gonna be crazy. This is like the most overpowered item I've ever used. Holy crap. It's so strong. Yeah, I think if you guys don't already have a Stormblade, pick this up for 20 eng. Like, why wouldn't you? Or like, I guess any short sword. Okay, so that was... We need to heal, so we had to use tears, so we'll be wasting some time here. But like, our time was kind of decent. We could do this better. To attack the boss with melee, 2 hits per side and move opposite side. Yeah, it's something like that. And we're low on energy here too. So adding Ring of the Wretched is actually kind of a problem for us. Because that's going to put even more energy strain on the build. That's not good. Well, you could always bring fish. It is a small expense, but it is something you could consider. So, yeah, we really want Ring of the Wretched. The question is, how do we actually make it work? So I would probably drop Birdbeak. We get the Ring of the Wretched. It's an energy deficit, but you use less attacks. Huh. Interesting. So, yeah, I don't know. Without Moonlit, I don't know how you make this... We're not going to be able to sustain energy, basically. I know what you're saying, though, because like you have to attack less, so you do save some energy that way. I wonder if we can replace Tears of Serenity. Like, if we don't get hit as much, I wonder if we could get away with a different item. Like Mark of the Coven or something for more energy. Or wait, is this? Yeah, this is energy up to 1250. Let's see. 150 times 8 is 1200 energy. So that's like approximately the same. I don't know. Energy, what do we got here? I know, we'll just bring freaking Harvester of Sorrow, easy. Use Moonlit? I don't actually have a Moonlit, unfortunately. I could bring Pumpkin, but I feel like it's twice as much as a Moonlit, and we're trying to keep it budget here. So we could go with the berries. Or the Mark of the Coven. I think those are basically... Wait, why isn't Mark of the Coven... Oh, there we go. Because it's virtual. That's 1250. This gives us a little bit of extra HP. And I don't know. Maybe you just have to run consumables with this, to be honest. Which, like, let's be realistic. I used to be really against the consumable usage, but if you're looking at how much you're running for your potions, right? Like, the enhanced melee is already running you 1k. Discrete melee, this can go up to like 450. So you're running like 1500 for your potions. It's like if you have to spend a couple of fish just to sustain your build, like it's not that bad, to be honest. Dude, I'm heavily considering this actually. If a Pyro Stalker hits me though, I'm screwed. Dude, I'm serious. I kind of want to just try this. Let's do the realistic option first, and maybe we screw around with the Amulet of Deathly Hollows after. Alright, let's just go with this. But this should, like, clear quite fast, I think. Yeah, we're good here. Alright, let's go. Oh, this is so strong, man. I wish we had Birdbeak in the build as well, but it's a little bit too much. Oh yeah, dude, you one-shot everything. Look at this. This is so powerful. You know, if you wanted to be like harvesting all your trees too, you can get like apples and stuff out of the trees sometimes. You could use those for energy. And like I was saying, you can get the peaches and the coconuts. So if you just wanted to like keep some of those in your inventory each run, that could help you power the build a little bit. Like, if I'm at a health deficit, I might actually try and get those apples out of the green trees if I was like chain farming this. It's a little bit slower, but you would get some more woodcutting XP and you would get the apples to keep yourself alive. Like, I think that's a pretty good trade-off. Plus you get the chance at the what do you call it? The boss monsters or whatever. So I might actually consider getting green trees with a build like this if I wanted to make sure it was like good on HP or whatever. Oh, this feels so good, man. Oh, this like cuts through everything like butter. This is the build, man. This is what you use. There's a little bit of a missed breakpoint on these guys, but actually your bloodstone can end up killing them. Dude, I want Birdbeak in this build. If we just don't get hit, I think we could sneak Birdbeak in for tears or something. This is absurd. Oh my god, man. I think we want to take it easy on the pulls though, because short sword, I don't think it does quite as much damage to big packs. I could be wrong about that though. So you'll notice I'm timing all of my attacks around when that big guy is swinging. I don't really care about the smaller mobs. So when you're doing big packs, just pay attention to the big dudes. Oh, it's so good to just smack them and they just die in one hit. Like, it's very, very strong. Birdbeak would be really nice here to just move faster. Alright. Some morph up. So one thing you can do as well, actually, this is a little trick for just grouping up mobs, is you can go into morph and just like kind of run through a big area and just like use the morph aggressively to like position yourself in the middle of a bunch of mobs. Rather than like manually walking into them, you can just morph and use it aggressively as kind of like an offensive weapon. Especially in a map like this where the mobs are not that threatening. You can just kind of run through them. So we'll try and do that a little bit more here as well. So here's our exit. I should be popping Screamies all run though, because our energy is going to be a little bit low. I'm gonna opt to actually backtrack here so that we can go down that corridor and then hopefully the boss will spawn by then. It's a little bit of a long way around. Realistically, we should have grabbed this blue node as well, so we can grab this too. Red core ruby, very nice. It's another speculator item, by the way. I think red core ruby could be pretty valuable in the next patch. Because there's just so few of them, you don't see them drop that often. So the supply is so low for it. But it does already technically have a use case, so... maybe it doesn't have a new use coming out or anything. Whoa, okay, that one was pretty close. I think that's... did I miss any mobs? I don't think so. We're on a very good pace here. I think, let me just... I'm gonna double check. This is gonna be a little bit of time waste. Did I skip a mob back here? No, okay, it's cleared. Waste a little bit of time backtracking there, but this should be like a comfortable 7-minute, I think. Oh, that actually hit me? Are you kidding? Oh, one thing you could bring too for this guy is Draco juice if you want to. It doesn't save that much time, but having extra... oh. I still suck against this guy. He turns around so fast. You gotta watch out because he kind of like farts out of his butt there when he does the thing. Okay, there you go. So let's say you had full HP or like a better health sustain item. Okay, look, we'll wait for the tiers. We'll treat it realistically. Our energy is a little bit low. There's like basically full HP though. So that's a 7-minute run. So like we can touch this up though, I think, to get better sustain. Because we didn't really need tiers, we played really sloppily against the boss. So like, you could probably trade tiers for something else if you're playing well. Like you could probably trade tiers for like Bird Beak or something to like go even faster. I don't know, I think there's a few options there. The energy is a little bit of a concern though, that's quite low. Well, wait, only now I notice it's 6 AM, gonna grab some sleep. Thanks for stream and loot buff. Yo, thanks for hanging out, Diago, it was fun as always. Hanging out and chilling. Yeah, actually, oh my god, it is really late. This is a lot longer than I expected to stream. I was gonna stop like an hour ago. Yeah, we would just need to fix our energy with the build a little bit, so I don't know what we would drop. Wretched and Netherband are essentials, they can't be switched. I think Bloodstone is just fast and good HP, so we wouldn't switch that. I think we could probably get rid of Tears. And like play a little bit better. Just not be bad. Just like mitigate more damage basically. And then we could just throw in something like a Mark of the Coven. Although I have 2 virtual items already, so it wouldn't be Mark of the Coven, it would have to be like the berries or something. Where are the berries? Blush berries, yeah, we would just use these. to take care of our energy needs. So it might look something like this. Basically, you need to upgrade gears and feeble. I think like the most expensive piece of this kit right now is just the nether band for 50 eng. But other than that, like this is like super. I'm starting to see how Boblo is doing 5-minute runs. Oh yeah, for sure. Like if you're running a bird beak, because keep in mind we're keeping this budget, right? Like we're not. I'm intentionally just like using the most budget items possible. You could go a lot faster if you just like remove the limits, right? But this is like if you wanted to do a nice budget set. We don't even need this quiver. I don't know why I have that equipped. Dude, how? Go buy right now a Stormblade for 20 inch. This is like the most broken item in the game. It's so powerful. Count Bragg's Nightblade for 10% attack speed? This is 20 inch too. We should try this out. Like this is insane. 10% attack speed? What? That's bonkers. $100? I'm not sure what the 100 is, but what it's for. I don't know. Anyways, this looks good. I could do one more just to test out the adjustment with the berries. It is pretty late though. I do kind of want to do one more though. Because like if you start getting into the higher end legendary items, you could go very fast. Like you can just replace Ring of the Wretched with Mark of the True, and all of a sudden you don't have any energy problems at all. And then all of a sudden you can like dump all of this stuff for more like speed oriented items, right? Oh wait, is the 100 for like how much some of the items are going for, or I don't know. Voice crack, oh my god, I've been blog posting too much. My inner nerd is coming out. Alright. I kind of want to try this though. Try this setup. Let's see. This will probably be the last one. Was you commenting that you're doing budget build? I agree. You're not going best in class and dropping engines to build content for Lego maps. Appreciate the content. Oh wait, we forgot our potions. Yeah, no worries, man. I think it's cool to be able to like put together a budget build that can perform at a reasonable level. I think that's like part of the fun of the game. It's just I don't really get to experience it too much anymore because I'm spending all day just like farming endgame stuff, right? But like this is really fun. Like I'm enjoying doing this, just like trying to find efficient ways to clear maps without like going for the whale items. You can call them whale items. I guess it's just all subjective. Try out the Nightblade. Oh, this thing is busted crazy. So let's grab this blue. Grind chest. But yeah, Birdbeak would help you just kind of like move faster. You can definitely see why Pablo would run that. You know where they probably pop the Moonlit Valor? I would guess it's during the boss. Because you're going to be spending a lot of time fighting the boss anyways. then you can stand in that circle for a long time, and so you lose less time standing in it. Because the only problem with Moonlit Valor is it's kind of slow, in that it makes you stand around for a long time. Yeah, so this is not a dead end, so I want to go back and just check. I want to go back and check that other direction just to make sure that it's not a dead end. Because if it is a dead end, it's going to be a long backtrack. Geez, 5 minutes though is pretty impressive, to be honest, even with like a good build. His Nightblade is pretty cool as well, with the extra attack speed. I kind of like this. It's almost like too fast. Like I'm not used to a weapon being like this short range and fast. It's kind of crazy. Oh, it's our friend, Mr. Boulder guy. Papa Frosty. I could probably be grouping a lot more efficiently too. I feel like I'm playing kind of timidly because I'm still not 100% familiar with the mobs or like what my damage limit is. But I think like 90% of the damage I took last run was from the boss itself, just because I suck at it. I don't think these mobs are actually posing much, if any, of a threat at all, so I could probably be a lot more aggressive to save time. Cool. Specific peach. I think the other strat you could do is like just accumulate the peaches in your inventory, and rather than sending them all back to your stash at the end, just like keep 4 peaches in your inventory or something. And if you end up messing up or something, you can just chow down on some peaches. I think I've said that like a few times now, but I think that's a perfectly valid way of keeping your consumable costs in check. Okay, so the boss is up. I would just like to clear out the trash first. Jeez, can you kill those lizards before they even get a chance to attack with this setup? I think you might be able to. Let's see. If I see another one, I want to try it. So there's still optimizations we can make. I skipped a few blue nodes. Let me make sure we didn't skip any mobs down in this way. Oh yeah, there is this. Okay, you can't quite attack fast enough to let them like not attack or whatever. Those lizards. Man, legendary short swords. Dude, you know what would be crazy? I don't know if you, I I don't know if you have any ambition or whatever of going to Mythic anytime soon, but there is a bunch of people selling the Edge of Lost Comrades for 200 Eng. Wait, where's the boss? Oh my god, there he is. Why is he like hiding? God, I still suck at fighting this guy. Oh, what? It doesn't look like it's in the radius or whatever. I thought I was safe where I was. Oh, can we get this guy away from this tree so I can... There we go. There we go. Okay, not bad, not bad. We got Screamies. We were a little bit... We should have been chowing down on Screamies a little bit more aggressively. Our energy is still a little bit low, but like if you eat a peach, right? Eat a peach, eat some Screamies. Come on. There you go, you're good for next run. 731, ah. Alright, you could go faster, I think. It's possible. Again, better items, you can just do more damage. I think it would be very possible. Like, this is really like you went to the dollar store to put together this legendary build. I think this is a pretty solid, like 731 is not bad. I think 5 minute is fantastic if you can get it though. For Mythic though, Edge of Lost Comrades, people are selling this for 200 Eng. Hell, I might even pick this up. Like, this sword also looks really, really cool. Like, I don't know, this is... It's worth considering. A 10% chance to freeze on a short sword. I mean, it's pretty freaking good. Yeah, it's 100 random items. Oh, dude, I love that Zenithal parallel. That's one of the coolest swords in the game. It looks so nice. But look at the price tag, what the heck? So this is 600. Dude, I'm telling you, if you can pick up an Edge of the Lost Comrades for 200, that's... Oh man. Let me just go look. Dude, I might just go buy it off the stream. I'm not being real. For 200. Who is selling it for 200? Like if you don't have any ambitions of picking this up, oh my god, it's like the average price. Dude, this would let you clear mythic maps really fast, I feel. If you pick this one up. Collectible weapon. Here's Abyssal Pyre. This one is like 600 Eng. Because it's a low supply though, because there's only 28 of that. Inferno. Inferno is also only 200. This is another budget one you could get. Short swords are insane. Wait, have you run melee on trans or mythic? Yeah, I've been experimenting with a setup for transcendent melee. Actually, here, because you've stuck around for so long, I could actually show you my melee setup, which is still kind of a work in progress, and it's not like super optimal. I have to use elite melee potions to make it work, but I've gotten around like 5 to 6 minutes with it. I think if you were to watch any of the other like best players play with their setups, they would probably be able to clear a lot more efficiently. Yeah, this looks about right. I think this is the build. can show off what Melee Transcendent is like. Now, I haven't played this in a little while, so hopefully I don't botch this and die out. But I think we should be okay here. Let me top off my HP. No worries, I get it, you got to name the first trans bow. Why would you want to run melee? No, I do want to run melee. It's just since the very inception of the game, I've always been like a ranged player first. Because way back during the early days of the game, bow was actually meta back then. In like the alpha version of the game, because you could just mitigate damage with it. But the game evolved to be where... Oh, I was already healed. The game evolved to where it's like... Melee is meta now. But I've always, like, even though I know melee is meta and I know it's faster, I've always been trying to, like, find ways to make range go as fast as it possibly can. Because I just enjoy range gameplay a lot. Alright. Dude, I feel like... Hold on. I wanna... This is so cringe. I posted the suggestion for War Banner and Eye Patch in what is it? In the Discord. I'm such a freaking nerd, but this build... I felt like a Blade Master from Warcraft 3 with this build, because you get 100% crit chance. Hold on, I gotta play this build with see if I can find it here. We gotta get the orc music. Let's see. Here we go. This new patch is awesome though. This game has gone through so many ebbs and flows. Right now it's pretty much amazing. You can do anything with all options and soon maybe magic. Yeah man, no, I've been saying this to everyone that drops by this stream, but like this is truly the golden era of Lost Relics. Like it's actually insane. It is so fun. I'm like completely hooked on this game. It's seriously amazing. And if you're like either like returning or just getting into it now, I think it's like a perfect time to start. Because it's like an event 24/7. You got Aetherwood drops, you got Sarium ore drops. Like you can make legitimate engine off of these drops. It's really exciting. And all the new updates that are going to be coming out are going to be really exciting as well. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm all in on the game right now, for sure. Alright, we got our orc music. Hopefully I remember how to actually play this here. And we can get a good time. We'll probably start with an emblem charge right off the bat. Okay. Maybe not though, we'll see. Yeah, we can do one right away. You just run around and do like insane crits on everything. I guess I'll mind these. We're gonna lose our EOA uptime, but that's alright. We still got a little bit left. Can we get a big pack? Alright, 2 charges left. Yeah, we need the we need the orc music. I swear, man, it feels like a Blade Master running around with this build. But you do have to be a little bit careful, because you can take a lot of damage. I actually just got hit by another mage. That's kind of bad, to be honest. The mages are the most exhausting part of playing this because you do have to be really careful of them. They will drain a lot of your energy. And now I'm just losing my mind because I don't know whether I want to harvest or go clear more. I should probably go clear more. I feel like to get really good with this build, I gotta get warmed up. Because there's a little bit of like finesse to it. I got hit by another energy. I might actually like just die here straight up. It's like really bad. I can't be getting hit by all of these. Pretty slick watching it in melee. It is really, really satisfying for melee because it's just the splash damage is insane with the 100% crits. Like the range is fluent, but there's just nothing like the melee version of it. It's just something else. You can easily get like 4 to 6 minute clear times if you're playing well. But I'm sitting here like I'm leveling up my skills, right? So it kind of interrupts the flow a little bit. And we wasted a lot of uptime during this run as well. I like mistimed the usage of it. So hopefully we can actually like clear this okay. So we only have 1 charge left. Now we have to play kind of conservative for the rest of this. I might take it in for 1 more spin to see if I can do it a little bit better, because the clear speed all comes from how efficiently you group the stuff together. I didn't do a very good job with that at all this run. And you do have to be really careful with how much damage you're taking, because if you're too overzealous, you'll notice my arc horse is already at 28%. So I also bring in 2 fish with me as well, because it's just, if you're not careful, it can be a big problem. What are the 2 items? Arcane Pulse and Tinted Tempest? The magic ones? Yeah, those are like magic items. I was using Tinted Tempest actually in one version of this setup. For melee even, just so that it could like not have to deal with all this stuff in melee. Here, I'm actually gonna pop this now. Or wait, did they run? I think they ran away. They leashed. This is a pretty slow run, to be honest. There's too much stuff that I want to gather here. But yeah, the one I was using on the range build is Tinted Tempest. Arcane Pulse is not very good, at least in my opinion. It's nothing like Tinted Tempest. It's very It's got a very thin line, and it doesn't like do what Tinted Tempest does. It really needs to be buffed, in my opinion. Because it's not... I don't know, it's just not like Tinted Tempest at all. Anyways, yeah, this is gonna be like a 7-minute or like a bad clear time, basically. Because I didn't time this very well at all. We're just doing like unnecessary cleanup here and like gathering nodes. Can maybe take this for one more spin. But ideally, I think you'd want like an axe. You'll notice that most of the top players are using axes. Like, I think I rambled about this at the start of the stream, but like axe just hits a lot of breakpoints for damage and scales a lot more nicely with the crits. So Godslayer is cool as like a showpiece or whatever, but it's actually not. Oh my god. Yeah, this is kind of bad. You'll notice that like the timing for EOA was really bad because we're gonna be wasting like 30 seconds of uptime. So yeah, there's like 30 seconds of wasted time. Our energy is not maxed because I got hit by too many mages. There's a lot of problems there. So that was like an 8-minute because I played like really badly. Which one is the red explosion? That one is Bane of Immortals. Which that one is actually decent. I think it could be stronger, but it's workable. Definitely usable. Here, I want to try it one more time. Because I feel like I didn't do it justice. I want to try and get a good clear in. This is the thing though with the melee build, is it like, at least for me, maybe for like players that are good at melee, it's not this way, but for me, like it takes a lot more like mental effort to play this build because you just have to be aware of so many things. Like you need to be keeping track of all the attack frames for all the enemies. You have to be constantly like looking out for the necro mages so you don't lose your energy. It's just like kind of exhausting to play this build. Like I found I was getting really tired after playing this for like 2 hours. The other night when I was putting it together, just because it's like, it's just more strenuous, right? So like for longer grind sessions, I very much prefer the ranged build because it's just a lot more chill. You don't have to worry about all this stuff. And this one is like, I'm like stressed out. I'm like, oh, I have to make sure I'm maximizing the uptime so that I can get like a good clear. And it's like, I don't know. It's just a lot more involved. Yeah, we didn't get a very good uptime there either, but at least I think it was better than last runs. Melee is vigilance. Yeah, for sure. You can play this build a little bit more comfortably if you play it with like Tinted Tempest, but it's like the whole point is to go fast with it, so. Also, like, you shouldn't normally need to use elite melee potions if you're using an axe, but because I'm using sword to make the build feel really good, it just needs the elite melee potion, otherwise it doesn't flow properly. But yeah, it's like, see, I have to like dance around this mage and like chase him down, like, it's just annoying. And so now I gotta be thinking, okay, when do I want to pop charge number 2? And so really, you need to be just like looking for a few slow pulls. So like here we can get away with going a little bit slow on these easy pulls, and then you want to kind of look for a place to pop the second charge when it's a big pack that is like difficult to deal with. And if you can get away with it for a while of not using it, then it's kind of good. So we're just chilling for now until we come across a big pack that we really need to pop the charge for. And it's kind of beneficial to not pop it sometimes, because like we don't want to waste uptime. Oh, it's just silver beast bounty. That's nice. So like this is, I would consider popping it here. Yeah, let's pop it here. But before I pop it, I want to like round up a few more. Alright, let's go. And then we're kind of just on the move again, trying to get as much value as we can out of the charge. Gotta watch out for the friggin' mages. And we got a dead end, so this is gonna be another terrible run. This is gonna be slow because we got unlucky, and there's just a dead end here instead of a loop. So we're literally losing like 30 seconds of uptime again. It really sucks. Actually, oh okay, we got into another pack here, that's good. But we did lose a lot of uptime still. We should have cleared a lot. And the other thing that's terrible about this is now when I time my last charge, I'm like 30 seconds away from the friggin' boss. So now I have to choose if I want to use my charge on packs here, or if I want to use it on the boss. I can't win, so it's going to be a bad run. It's going to be like 7 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know. Things like this can happen sometimes where it can be frustrating a little bit based on the map layout. But the one benefit is you don't have to like spend anything on quivers or anything. And your armor never breaks because it's running Doomerak armor. So if you get good at this playstyle, it can be pretty cost efficient. The only problem is for me, I'm using elite melee potions, so it's actually like not very cost efficient at all. And yeah, so now we need to go and like gather all the nodes. And it's just not going to be a good clear time. But basically, anyone you see with like the kind of the top tier build or whatever, like if you look at like Shinrai's clear times, or like Sinner, or Ganyu, or Murdy, or not sure who else. There's a lot of people that have like good transcendent melee clear times, but I'm pretty sure most of their times do at least like a significant amount of node skipping as well to get consistent like 6 to 7 minute clear times. I think so, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe if they ever come in the stream, they could share what their strat is. But yeah, I'm definitely not a good melee player by any means. This is like, I pretty much picked this up exclusively for the Emblem, just to like try it out. But yeah, this was a really unlucky map. Like, the amount of backtracking was very, very unfortunate. What is that? This is like the worst spawn for this guy. It's like no way to actually get behind him. Hey, at least we won't have any problems killing the Nether Demon, right? Nether Demon dies a lot faster too. Anyway, so that one was a 737, which is not bad. But I hope you can see, like, if we didn't have that massive backtrack from the boss area and our emblem was lined up so that the uptime kind of flowed into the boss, this can very easily be like a 5 to 6 minute. We just got really unlucky with that map layout. Hey, we did find this silver beast bounty though. I guess I can put that on the notable session drops. That's nice. Oh wait, I did end up like gathering all those nodes that I wanted to get, right? Or did I end up blog posting and not grabbing them? I don't know. I'm pretty tired at this point, so I could see myself having skipped them. Yeah, people must be skipping greens and grays. Oh, like... No, dude, I'm pretty sure people at top level are skipping, like, legendaries. I even consider skipping, like, orange mining nodes. I sometimes consider just skipping those because the Corinium ore is only worth 250 gold. Whereas the Trigantium ore is worth, like, 1400 a pop, right? So, like, to me, this is all relative, right? But it's like, to me, like, stopping my run and losing uptime over a piece of Corinium ore when I should be focusing on Trigantium ore is like, it's not worth my time, right? But it's all relative, because if your max mining skill is you're at legendary, then it's like you should maybe be considering like skipping Odenium, which is only worth 100 to you, right? And the Cordium and the experience for leveling up is very valuable to you when you're at that level. So like it's just all relative, right? It's like for me right now, where I'm at personally in grinding woodcutting, I take my purple trees because I like the EXP gain from them. But once I get to level 75, like I'm never gonna take a purple tree again because these drops friggin' suck. These aren't worth anything, right? Unless Cliff adds some sort of a use case for blood cones, maybe he will. But like, I would easily skip every single purple tree. It's just I take them right now because I'm leveling up. It really just depends on what your strategy is and like what your priorities are. It's like, do you want to prioritize gold? Are you trying to get max XP? Are you trying to like lower your clear time? You know, it just depends on where you are kind of in your journey. Alright, we can turn off the orc music now because we're done. We're done orking and like critting stuff. It is fun though. I really do feel like a friggin' orc blade master running around with 100% crit chance. It is really fun. I thought it'd be sick if there was like a war banner you could put on your back and run around. But yeah. Dude, I should probably go sleep now. It is pretty late for me. But yeah, this was super fun. Thank you for hanging out. I was not expecting to go jump into the legendary map, so it was actually a ton of fun checking that out. And yeah, I'll probably be grinding some more throughout the week. I tend to just kind of stream random grind sessions. So I'll probably be using that range build a little bit and just chilling out with some music. And just kind of generally talking about Lost Relics. Yeah, no problem, man. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here. I don't know if anyone else was just lurking, but if there was anyone else lurking, thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I'll be around. See you guys next time. Bye for now.